So it goes in and out of tune, and you'll see slight fluctuations as it goes up. Now, other than that, when you tune to that RPM, there's a certain RPM at which that engine is happiest, and when it gets out of that RPM, those tuning waves actually start to fight you, because what it's doing is it's actually making pulse waves going up and down the manifold. And a manifold such as this and this style cylinder head, we're using a third pulse. So when that engine piston goes down, the cylinder fills, the air is actually still coming in long after the piston is at bottom dead center because of the inertia of the air. Then you close the valve, which is why when you put a bigger camshaft in the engine has that lope to it. Well, that's actually what it's doing, is the valve is not closing at the right time, and it's pushing the air back out of the engine, and it's basically screwing up the manifold signal. That's why it lopes when you put a big camshaft in it. But when you rev it up, it smooths out, gets really smooth. So with third pulses, when that air is coming down the cylinder and the valve closes, the air still has momentum like a slinky. It bounces back to the plenum, but the plenum has a bigger volume of air, which is slower moving air, so it has less air speed, which is a higher pressure area. So you have a low pressure area coming back, hitting a high pressure area. That pulse actually bounces up and down the port 3 times before the valve opens the next time. But what we're trying to do is really open that third time as it's coming back down, is when you open the valve so that gets a head start. Well, that only happens when the motor or the engine is in tune with that perfect length at a certain RPM. And any time that you go out of that, you'll get a slight wave. Now, what you don't want to see is you don't want to see pumps,
Correct.
dips, stuff like that. But like even right here, when we're down low, where the engine, that you see this dip right here, that was the whole thing that we fought in Engine Masters. When you went to Engine Masters and you were there with the builders who knew what was going on, we all talked about the dip, and it was that right there. Because mathematically, what we were trying to do was get the most horsepower and torque over the whole average. Well, when you put the big dip down here, that kills your average. Because you can't, once you kill it, you can't get it back.